Hey guys, driving out here in the garden. It is mid-May in zone 9B, and I conducted, I'll call it an experiment, but that would require, an actual experiment would have required intention. This is more of an accidental discovery. How's that? So you can see there I have a Brussels sprout plant. I'm getting ready to harvest it. And you can look in here, let's zoom in and take a look. Considering it's mid-May, that this is not completely covered in the little gray-bodied aphids is a pleasant surprise. Now, I did have this bed and I harvested it just yesterday, but all of this was onions. So I don't know how much of an impact that had on the aphid population this year, but previous years it has not had much of one. It has had one on the cabbage fly attacks, which definitely this year is just as good as every other year with the low cabbage fly problem with lots of onions around it. But the aphids was an interesting, was a drop I hadn't expected, and I was like, wonder why. Then I happened to look over, and this year I'm letting some of these weeds grow up because I'm learning about what weeds contribute to the soil and that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to pull them off when they get, you know, flowers on them or something like that, but letting the weeds grow. But what I've discovered is that almost all of these weeds are essentially very yummy for bugs. Come on, it's trying to focus on the wood and not the insects. But so all of these have these aphids on them. Come on, there we go. Covered in aphids. Now these are not gray-bodied aphids. They're not the same brassica aphids. So it's not fully a trap crop or a trap weed, I guess. But they're over here. The aphids are over here, and they're not on my brassicas. So that's an interesting thing to have noticed this year. So I'm not quite sure what to make of it. It might be an interesting thing to experiment with next year. But all of my Brussels sprouts and broccolis that had those same weeds next to them had similar relatively low rates of aphid infestation. So that's a nice correlation. I like that. I'm not quite sure where to go with it, but I thought I would record it, and maybe it might help somebody else come up with an idea that this will spark in somebody. Anyway, y'all keep having fun in your gardens, keep experimenting, keep learning. Bye.